if your old lady's having an affair with you, with an Alabama fan, well, her titty's gonna smell like potted meat and there's gonna be a trailer transmission fluid out the driveway. Go dogs. How about them dogs? Hey guys, today I'm gonna make a video about hope, about trucking, about being an owner-operator. I'm a little emotional. I just realized a big goal that I hit, and I've just been so busy here lately, it hadn't really sank in until I hit that Florida state line heading southbound. And I thought, man, I want to share this and in hopes to help somebody out. But before we get into that, I want you to know this video is brought to you in part by ProDriver Tools, the #1 best damn trucking app, period. Well, that's what we're creating anyway. Best trucking app, period. Go to the App Store, download it right now. ProDriver Tools. Yeah, we're in pursuit to build the best damn trucking app, period. And an app built for truckers by truckers. So go download it. In this video, guys, I'm gonna be talking from the heart, so I might ramble a little bit. Just shooting from the hip. I've got a real pleasure with helping people. Maybe I should say I've got a passion. That's one of my biggest passions, is to help people. And I know there's a lot of drivers out there I've helped that I've never talked to, but I can assure you I've talked to a ton that I have. Whether it's trucking or even YouTubers. You know, there's a whole plethora of YouTubers I've helped. Not taking any credit for what they've amassed with their channels. They're the one that done the work. But you know, I've been in a lot of people's ears because I really take pleasure on helping people out. That's, like I said, that's my passion, guys. That's my passion. So I'm gonna talk about being an owner-operator. I get this a lot, and I've seen it lately. Messages, emails, comments. Is now a good time to buy a truck? And I'm gonna say no, it's circumstantial. It could be. It could be the best decision you ever make, but it also could be the worst decision you ever make. You know, there's a lot that goes into the idea of becoming an owner-operator. It's used and applied and sought after so loosely, with no real business model, with no real plan of action. You know, it's kind of like, it's just easy in, easy out. But those people who take pride in being a numbers guy, a business guy first, before being a truck driver, you're going to excel. You're going to excel well. You know, and I know this stuff that a lot of stuff on my channel is kind of boring, but it's only boring to the people that want to be entertained. And I'm not in the entertainment business. I'm in the help you get paid business. So thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for watching. And if you're not subscribed, I'm gonna try to earn your sub right here. Let's talk about hope. Matter of fact, let's change it up. I don't really like the word hope when I'm talking about myself and what I'm capable of. So let's reserve hope to be meaning stuff that's out of my control. Like, for example, I hope humanity can come together and unite more. See, that's out of my control. That would be like me saying, well, I hope I can become non-biased. I hope I can become non-prejudiced. I hope I can be a nicer person. No, it's the wrong word. Hope is for things that you have no control over. Now, me being a better person, I'm 100% in control of that. Just like with you or anybody else that wants to become an owner-operator, you don't hope that you're going to be good at it. No. That's like sitting on a couch and wishing for your dream to come true without ever getting up. You feel me? Let's change it to faith and intention. I know I can be a better person because my intention is to be a better person. I know I can be a good person with heart, love, and compassion because that's my actions, that's my content. Or not my content, that's my intent. I have faith because I have action. You see the difference there? So if you find these videos boring, just hang in there and maybe you can learn something. I learned a long time ago. There's an old quote, it says, to know and not do is to not know. And what that means is, you can know how to do something, but if you don't apply that, you basically don't know. You know, it's kind of like getting advice from somebody that's overweight. Like, I'm a fat boy. Do not take my advice on losing weight. I cannot help you. Because if I really knew how to help you lose weight, I'd be slim and trim myself. Now, with that being said, I am a successful owner-operator. I have had my authority since 2017. I have been an owner-operator since 2013. I have been driving a truck since 2000. I'm well over 2 million miles safe driving. I do have my own truck, my own trailer, and I have my own authority. So I'm pretty sure I can teach you how to do it. And this car needs to go. Oh my God, these people. Get over, people. Let me in. Let me in. Thank you. Thank you. Now, where was I? Yes, yes, yes. I think I might be able to help you because, guys, there's a lot of people on YouTube. There's a lot of trucking content creators. There's a lot of great information from these content creators. But the other side of that, there is a lot of garbage out there. A lot of people speaking of facts versus theories. I'm going to speak with facts because what I speak on is what I achieved. Find you somebody that's got what you want and listen to them. Now, story time for you. I'm going to take you back to 2013, the summer. I was perfectly content at my normal 9 to 5, hauling feed around the chicken farms. I was in a poultry business. And I was talking to my brother one evening, one night, and he planted a seed. He said, man, we've been in these trucks for so long, we might as well dive head first and just go all out and buy a truck. My first initial reaction to that was, nah, man, that's stupid. I'm perfectly content with my 9 to 5. Oh, little did I know. But I was caught up in my own comfort. And I was content with it. A few days later, maybe a week later, I kept thinking about that. But I went to my supervisor at work and I said, hey, can I get these days off for vacation? Me and the family wants to go to Florida. And what he said was no. He said, you should have put in for vacation at the first of the year. It's now summer. We need more of a notice. And I know that shouldn't piss me off, but it kind of did. Because what my brother had already been talking about, it started to grow about buying a truck and becoming independent and being self-employed. And my mind, that was being read as, if I was independent, if I was self-employed, if I was an owner-operator, if I had my own gig going, I don't have to rely on another man to say yay or nay on going on vacation with my family. So I took that to heart. It pissed me off. And the seed that my brother initially planted started to grow. A few weeks later, you would have thought buying a truck and going into business for ourselves was my idea. I was super excited. And there in return, I hopped my brother up. Anyway, we started making the actions to become owner-operators. And little did we know, the challenge ahead was, it wasn't so cut and dry. It was a hard learning curve, and it was a real struggle. So let me go and tell you this right now. Being an owner-operator is not for the faint of heart. It is not easy. Yes, it can be easy. But there's certain obstacles that you've got to take care of before you can get to easy street. I wish I could tell you it was bread and butter from day one, but it wasn't. It was a struggle. That October in 2013, I went into my boss and I told him, I said, I just came in here to give you notice. I don't need you no more. And he kind of looked up at me and said, what? I said, Tommy, that's my boss. I said, I just came in here to let you know I don't need you no more. He read between the lines, and he's a quick guy. He said, are you quitting? I said, yes, sir. I'm putting in my notice. And I'll be here for the next week. I'm pretty sure he's never heard that before. And I'm pretty sure that's the only time I've ever got to use it. I thought it was a good idea to let them know that I didn't need them, and I was giving them notice. I'm firing them because I had plans, and me and my brother set out. Now, I might make another video if you want to hear the real struggles of what we went through. And I go more in depth. but maybe I can cover most of it here. But if you want to know how to become a successful owner-operator, I implore you, go back through my library and look through my library. A lot of my videos are not just like the Daily Times or the New York Press. It's not, that stuff in there is timeless. And I documented about everything along my journey to get to where I'm today. And it means a lot for me to be here talking to you today in my shoes. And I'm emotional about it because where I come from is poverty. I was raised in a family where the idea of success was being accepted for disability. So I'm just a poor-born Southern boy with big goals and ambitions. I grew up in a 1964 model trailer. It was like a 12 foot by 55 or 12 foot by 60. And I never really got to experience much of life, like vacations and travel and stuff, until I became an adult and I started doing it myself. You know, like I said, I come from poverty. Now, I didn't go hungry, but I damn sure didn't have all the cool toys. That was one thing my grandmother and my mom made sure of, is we always had food. So I'm not going to paint you a horror story about a rough childhood. I love my childhood because it shaped and molded me into who I am today. You know, they say a diamond has to undergo tremendous amounts of pressure before it becomes a diamond, because it starts out as a piece of coal. And I kind of use that analogy to us. We all start out as a piece of coal, and in order to become of greatness, you've got to withstand and go through a lot of pressure in growing up and maturing. It's just, there's no way around it. It ain't, nobody just wakes up one day and becomes successful. No, you've got to forge yourself into that person before the success comes. Success don't happen to just anybody. It just happens for people that are successful first. Mentally, you got to be strong. So anyway, you're going to go through a lot of pressure. You're going to find out who you really are. You're going to want to throw in a towel a lot. I know I have. Even now, I even have those doubts. And I'm semi-retired, guys. I'm 43 years old. I'm semi-retired. And if this is what brought me into this analogy of trucking, of goals, was a video I'd done a few years ago, and I'll post it right here, right there, up at the top left. I made that video a few years ago because I subscribed to that idea of trucking. I could be semi-retired in just a matter of a few short years. Now guys, let me tell you, I am there. I am there, and it's emotional for me because I never would have dreamed I'd be semi-retired at the age of 43. You know, most people work until their 60s or 70s. Most people even get to that age and still have to have a job because they can't cut it. They can't make ends meet. And I'm just really blessed, guys. I'm really blessed. I think a lot of that comes from helping people. I do believe in tithing, not just monetarily. I do believe what goes around comes around. And I believe in being a good person. I believe in helping people. I believe in helping other people succeed. And I think in return from that, it's also helped me succeed. So that's why it's one of my greatest passions. I just love it. There's nothing better than helping other people. And I read a quote a long time ago. The true way to happiness is to lose yourself in the service of others. And I told myself right there, I said, from now on, I'm just a servant. I'm here to serve. If somebody's got a problem and I can help you, I'm going to help you. If I've got advice and I can help you, I'm going to help you. If I can help you excel and reach that next level of success, the next level of maturity, the next level of life, whether we're talking about monetarily success or just being more mentally aware of life, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be that cornerstone. And that's just where it stems from. Now back to 2013, me and my brother was set up to become owner operators. Our first truck we bought was a 2010 Cascadia, 10-speed with a Detroit, had 400,000 miles on it. That's a pretty decent good running truck, but it came with one issue, as most trucks do when you first get them. The problem with most trucks when you first get them is they've been sitting. And sitting is the number one rule, is the number one killer of truck. It's got to stay moving. When you let one sit. Stuff starts dry rotting, seals, gaskets, stuff like that. It just don't like to sit. We got in this truck, and guys, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna stress this one bit, or over exaggerate, I should say. We lost our butt for 6 to 8 months. We was in a hole, and we could not get out of it. One, our truck was giving us issues. Two, we didn't know what the hell we were doing. And three, we were trying to get past that learning curve. Now that learning curve is pretty simple if you watch any of my videos. Just tune into one of my dashboard videos. That learning curve on how I learned to run a truck is basically how I cover the load boards. You emulate that into your own markets, and you won't have no problems finding loads. That's what I've done. Apparently it works because I'm still in business. And we didn't have the knowledge of a good diesel mechanic. We didn't network. We didn't have all of these things. So the first year of our trucking was complete hell. There was one time I went 6 weeks without a paycheck, and we was behind the 8 ball. And that was a hard 6 weeks. Most people would have threw in the towel, but for me and my brother, it showed us what we was made of. And we had no quit in our heart. And we said, we're going to either succeed or we're going to die. We had to go home. We started selling our personal belongings just to get bills paid, just to keep the lights on at home. At the time, I had a 97 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Loved that Cherokee. I had to sell it just to keep the rent paid and the lights on. My brother pawned his gun. I pawned my gun. We was selling anything of value just to pay our bills. And my family also got a lot of help from my mother-in-law and father-in-law during that time. So they helped us out a lot. And thank God they had faith in the decisions that I was making, because it was a hell of a sacrifice, not just for me, but for my wife, my kids, and the rest of my family that pitched in and helped us out, on my side and on my brother's side. Thank God for them, because after about a year, we started rocking and rolling. Now, what had happened in that before that year came around, about 8 months in, I decided we are sucking at this. We're sucking at running the team operation. The company we're leased to, they don't have enough freight to keep us busy. We have the work, we have the desire, but they don't have the work for us. So I made the call, and I told my brother, I said, I'm leaving you this truck. I'm getting out of this truck, and I'm gonna get another truck. And that's when I got my T660, the one that's in my earlier videos. And about the next 6 months of the year, after I got that truck up to par, found out, most of the bugs and kinks that I had to work through to get that thing going. Now, Peterbilt, just blow me off the road, come on. My truck was running like a fine old machine. My brother's truck was running like a fine old machine. And in this time, I also crunched a lot of numbers and found out the most profitable way to make money in the company I was leased to. Whether it was local, regional, going to the West Coast, whether it's the Northwest, or going to California, whether NorCal or SoCal, and which is best routes to run, 10 and 20, 40, or I-80. I dialed all that stuff down by numbers based on the distance, the fuel, and MPGs. And I dialed it down and found the most profitable way to make money at that company was leased on to. Not only I was successful after that, my brother was as well. And that continued for quite a few years until I decided to get away from that company and start my own authority. And that company kind of did my brother shitty, kind of pissed me off of how they treated my brother. But that's another story. And I knew right then, I was like, if they treat my brother like that, they'll treat me like this. Don't matter if I've been here, over 3 years, one of the top rated drivers in the company. And it doesn't matter. If they will do that to him, they do it to me. My best option right now is to get independent. The only problem with that was, I knew I was going to be starting back over. And I walked away from what I built for 3.5 years at that company to start over. So at the end of 2016, in December, I walked away, got rid of that truck. For my authority, bought another truck and a new trailer. Not a new trailer, it was new to me. But I took on $100,000 in debt. Now, $100,000 in debt for a truck in today's market don't seem like a lot, but in 2017, it was quite a bit. But I took on that new debt and I started back over from ground zero because I didn't really have no equity built up on the last truck. At the time, I didn't even have my credit built to where it is today. So I found myself in another struggle when I formed my authority. But I done had the recipe for success on running a successful trucking operation. Now, I'm not confined to the space of one trucking company that I'm being leased onto. I no longer have that ceiling of what I can earn. So I took that and I came out here on my own. And 5 years later, my truck is paid for and my trailer is paid for. I've got the title to both of them now. Title came in this other week, and it just now hit me. Guys, I set out a long time ago. Even before that video, I set out a long time ago based on the idea, if I can get a truck paid for and I can get a trailer paid for, I can run 1 week out of the month and take the rest of the week off or the month off and be semi-retired at an early age. Now, I was about 36 when I came up with that idea and that plan. From 36 to 42, maybe 41, I made that happen. 5 or 6 years. And it just now hit me today that I've arrived. And it is a oh man, it's a wonderful feeling, guys. It's a damn good feeling. The thing is, I became so content to what the norm is, I forgot that I hit a goal that I set back then. And back then, I dreamed about this day. I dreamed about the feelings. I dreamed about what it would be like to have the title to your own truck, to have the title to your own trailer, to be the man in charge. And today it hit me. I don't know, I guess it's just a day of trucking and my mind wasn't occupied with other things, you know. I've got the trucking company going on, I got the YouTube thing going on, I've got the app going on, I've got a couple other things that I'm working on, business models and, you know, ways to set my family up to be a top tier family. And yeah, guys, it's just an emotional day for me. I'm really lost for words beyond that. I know I said a lot to get to that point. But guys, I'm just lost for words. And I wanted to come and talk to you and talk about this in case you're in a position that you're going through a hard time. Trust me, I've been there. Keep going. If you're wanting to throw in the towel because you feel like you're just, you know, pissing in the wind, so to speak, I'm here to tell you, I've been there too. Keep going. If you're coming under a lot of scrutiny, I should say, from friends and family back home, again, I've been there too. Keep going. Because they don't see your vision. If they don't see your vision, they can't understand what you do and why you do it. And if you want more reason to keep going, look behind you and look how far you came. It's too late. You're in too deep now just to turn over and walk away from it. I've wanted to do this so many times I couldn't even write a book about it. I felt hopeless. I felt like I was just pissing in the wind. I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. I felt like, what is all this for? It's just useless. I've been there so many times, guys. But I'm going to tell you right now, keep going. You got a vision, you got a goal. And trust me, when you get to the other side, I'm here to tell you today as living proof and understanding of living it. It's damn worth it. Guys, I know I'm super blessed, but at the same time, I didn't wake up to this. I busted my ass for it. A lot of tears went into this, a lot of sacrifice, A lot of my friends back home, we're still friends, but we're not what we used to be. Because I had to sacrifice that time with them to do this for me and my family. Because being on the road is really hard. It really is. You're going to lose time. You're going to lose touch. You're going to lose contact with people back around home. You're going to not know them anymore. There's going to be times where you feel like you're like a stranger in your own home. As somebody that has felt like that quite a few times, I'm going to tell you right now, keep going. You can get that time freedom back. But if you quit on your dreams, that's a regret you can never get rid of. Guys, I'm going to end it there. I appreciate you watching. If you're still hanging around, you're fucking awesome. If you like this video, give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I put videos out on the regular, all things trucking. And remember, guys, it's not about how far you go in life that matters. What matters is how far you go in life, helping and adding quality value to others. Till the next video, see you, bye.